Welcome back. All right, so my name is Ola. I'm the author of Digital Marketing Certified. This book, you can find it everywhere. We're talking about AI marketing, how to build a free traffic system that compounds for your website, for your digital assets, for your web pages, whatever you have going on. Hopefully, with the hopes that you get more customers, more clients, and more leads, more clients, more customers, all of that, right? So, and I've been on this journey that I'm now documenting here. This is day 58 of 1,826 days. So, just in case you're just landing here for the first time, make sure you're subscribed. I want to show you some cool stuff. If you look at the graph in front of you right now, it's showing about 3,000 impressions on generative AI. This is just on Google's visibility metrics. Okay, so that means we have opportunity to show up in other places. So you have your chat GPT, you have the Gemini, you have the Claude, you have the I always struggle to pronounce that. You have a ton of them out there, and you might be finding out about AI for the first time. Well, I've been in the game for 20 years. AI has been around. Maybe you're starting to use ChatGPT for the first time, maybe in the last 2 years or so. So you think it's new, but it's not new. But I'm going to show you some really cool things here. If you're looking to generate customers, you want to generate clients, you want to, those nice things. It's something I've been doing for effortlessly for the past 21 plus years. The easiest things I've ever done leveraging these platforms, right? So I'm so excited. My tongue is twisting, so pardon me for a second here, right? So again, my name is Ola. So you can, the principles that has been working for the past 20 plus years is right here. It's all in this book. You can find it anywhere online. You can also go to digitalmarketingcertified.com to get access to it for free. There's also an audio book, right? So, but I wanted to share some of the lessons I'm learning today. 58 days into this small project that I have going on. You should never set up a project if you're not willing to do it for at least 6 months, okay? Preferably 5 years. Okay, but I know sometimes there might be short-term projects and stuff like that. Reason why I'm saying that is too many people come into the game and they're looking to get instant results in just 2 weeks, and that doesn't work. Okay, because the effort you put in yesterday you're not going to see the impact of it for a while. But some of us have been doing this for a long time, and we know what it looks like. Okay, if you're going to engage building a business of any type, right? Let me pull this up. Exponential curve, right? If you're going to build businesses, meaning you want to build something outside of just going to a job and getting paid next Friday. If you want to do something like that, you have to understand that it's going to test you. Okay, it's going to test everything you've ever believed in. And I always like to show people this particular graph, just to give you an idea of what you are dealing with. If you look at this graph, take a look at this graph, right? All right, so this graph is an interesting graph that I've been teaching. It's so simple, but a lot of people, they miss it. They completely miss it and that's why a lot of people, they end up losing money. So either you're trying to generate free traffic online using SEO or AEO. What is AEO? You say, what is AEO? It's called answer engine optimization. SEO stands for search engine optimization. Well, back in the days when I first started, you go online, you go to Google and you search for stuff, right? Today you can search with a little bit more context with what we call prompts, right? On LLMs, large language models. I know it sounds like a big thing, but no, we're just talking about ChatGPT, we're talking about Claude, things like that, right? And AI agent in general by extensions, right? So you can use these things to actually assist marketing, generating leads, getting more customer, and getting more, So I'm sharing this with you. I want you to see that green line. That green line will look slow in the beginning. Your input is the red line. It feels like red. But once that green line crosses, there's no coming back from it. I've experienced this multiple times, and you too, you can experience the same thing. And when it comes to building a free traffic system online, it's not different. And that's why I show you the journey. I show you the ups, the downs. That's why I'm showing you this graph. Like, this is not pretty. This is like the last 3 months. This is not pretty. You can see a spike. What happens after the spike? It's completely crashed, right? But now we have a new base. We call it new base. If you understand long-term success building, then you already get this. It's a mindset shift that you need to. All you need to focus on is your input. You show up daily, and that's what this red line in this graph represent. And that's what we do here. We've built a system, like it's called the attraction based customer acquisition system, ABCAS. And basically you can deploy this into your company, into your program, into whatever it is you're trying to sell, and you can ensure that you're showing up consistently every day with discipline, but not just going mad and crazy on something you can't see. We also have a way that we diversify, kind of like similar to like you have in stock market or in forex trading or something like that. But we've built a system where you can literally plug and play, but you need to, like anything else in life, you need to understand the fundamentals, right? Like anything in life, you need to understand the fundamentals always. Okay, so that's key to a lot of things I'm showing you right now. So I'm logged in. I'm going to refresh. I'm logged into my Google Search Console, and also over here you can probably see. Let me see if I can pull this back up. Let's go back to. So this particular project I'm working on is it's a passion project. It's a project that I'm working with my wife, right? So if you look at this page right now, you can see there's a 7,355 subscribers on this particular channel, and so the audience is actually contaminated. I mean that respectfully, right? Meaning the audience that we built all the way to 7,000 is related, but it's not niched down enough. It's not properly niched down to a place where it can be a lead generator, also customer client generating machine, right? So in recent time, the last 58 days, like I said, we've pivoted it away. And if you look, you can see the crash, the absolute crash that happened. I wanted to show you some real stuff here, right? Because eventually I might come back here and start doing some live marketing, like going live and showing you all the different stuff that goes into what we do. By the way, the ABCAS system, it takes you to create another money machine, another money asset. It takes you about 5 hours. Okay, so you want to do that at least once a week. So if you can do that, you have 5 hours per week, you can absolutely build a monster over the next 1 year, right? So like I was saying, anyway, if you look at this particular, this is obviously just ad revenue on YouTube, right? But if you look at this graph, you can see that it's crashing out. It's not looking good. If I expand this out to the last 58 days, let's go back to precisely June 25, right? You can see an absolute crash out, right? But then there's a way that we've segmented is we're retraining the algorithms to actually learn the new pivot, right? There's a certain accent. There's a certain accent that we're adding to the existing audience so that we can make sure we're speaking to the right people that actually need the help that this channel actually offer, as opposed to all the trendy noise celebrity stuff. We're cleaning it out, so it looks like a crash out, but it's actually pivoting in the right direction. And you will have to, as you can see, there's a lot of ups and downs. You can see it's kind of like balancing out after the crash. If I expand this out to about 90 days, you can see how where we're coming from, right? So it doesn't look pretty when you it depends on where you're looking at from, right? Sometimes it doesn't look pretty, sometimes it looks pretty. It depends on what they're showing you, and that's why you have to be careful with the gurus. Sometimes they will find the angle where they're going to show you what looks pretty. They'll take your money, and anyway. So I just want to make sure you know that you buy courses based off of just limited sites. You can't see far enough, right? So you want to be careful when you're buying into ideas, when you're buying into a product, a course, anything like that. And we don't even do course here anymore, right? So we do course, but it's available for free on the channel. Just go to the homepage of the channel, right? And you can learn the fundamentals before we jump into anything. But if you're a business owner, you already have an idea, but how do you optimize? How do you collect data and then optimize that data to generate more clients, more customers, and generate leads that will continue to increase the average customer, the lifetime customer value? How do you reduce your cost of acquisition of customers, the CAC? How do you reduce that over time? Because at the end of the day, the goal is not to reduce, the goal is to maximize profit, right? But the goal is not to not spend money. The goal is to be able to spend as much money as you want, right? It's something that you want to pay attention to all around, right? But I wanted to show you some of this numbers so you can see what's going on here. So we know what we're doing. We can get views for days. You know exactly what to do if you want to get 10 million views right now. All you have to do is go crazy cuckoo online. But clearly, that doesn't translate to customers, right? And you're going to have 10 million views to make $1,000 in a month. Is that really what you want to do? Of course not. You have something that you already do, that you do so well, that you use to help other people improve their life. We want to focus on that. Somebody is searching for that type of solution online right now. So when we say free traffic system, we're not talking about being able to spend no money. We're talking about being able to spend more money. So how do you do that? You reduce your cost, you maximize profit, you continue to optimize the machine, right? And that's what we're talking about here, right? So yeah, we have something here that I thought was really cool that I wanted to show you before I end today's short session, right? So we're talking about how do you increase your click-through rate, right? Let me show you something pretty cool, all right? Something I just implemented today, and it's now implemented into the ABCAS system, and you can use it if you do work with us, right? So I'm going to look at, I'm going to go under performance, right? Let's share this page. All right. So we're under performance. I think I showed a little bit of it on the past video. So make sure you watch some other videos on this platform. More importantly, make sure you watch the course. Sorry, the video book is also available, on the homepage of the channel. Anyway, so if you're looking at this right now, you see in the last 3 months for this particular asset, because we diversify. What I just showed you earlier is the YouTube. This is the blog itself, right? In the same project, within the same project. So we diversify. We're getting traffic from YouTube. We're getting from the blog directly from Google searches. We're getting traffic from TikTok. We're getting traffic from, let me say, we're getting visibility, right? Massive visibility, because we're also, as you can see under generative AI, we're also getting visibility now, right? Using the same principle, ABCAS system, right? So I go back here. Let me go back here. I'm getting too excited. So if you go back to the last 28 days, right? You can see here 254. If I compare this month over month, right, period over period, and I apply this, you can literally see a jump here. I think I've evaluated this yesterday. It's about 36% increase over the last 28 days alone in this project. Okay, 28 days is the last half, right? So what does this journey look like? You see, all this line doesn't look pretty. It looks like a lot of ups and downs, but it literally tells you that the previous 28 days we almost doubled traffic, and you can see there's a visibility increase here. Anyway, that's really nice to show you. But let me go back to 28 days, right? Just to look at the last 28 days. Now, if I look at, I'm going to reduce this to only see average click-through rate. I'm going to blow this up. Let me see if I can blow this up. Is it easy to blow this up? It's not blowing up the way I want. Okay, good. Let's just keep it this way, right? So last 28 days, and you scroll down here, you can see all the pages. So I'll click on that pages. We can see all the pages that's ranking, right? What I want to do is I want to show only pages that have shown more than 1,000 impressions. All right, meaning YouTube has actually shared this share this more than 1,000 times. And you can see there that the highest click-through rate from that is 2.3%. So that means I can potentially increase the click-through rate. That means how many people out of every 100 times that Google tried to share our stuff, how many people out of 100 times clicks on it. The industry benchmark is somewhere between 1 to 5%, right? So we have a page doing about 2.3% here, right? But if you look at our average up here, we're doing 1.4%. Okay, good. So if I go back, I'm gonna go back to 3 months. We were doing what? 1.3%. So in the last 28 days, it increased a little bit. But if I go to 7 days, I'm seeing 1.6. So we're continually improving this. Continuous development, continuous improvement, CDCI. Some of you are tech guys and you already know what that is. We do the same thing here, right? So we're continually improving. So we've literally hard-coded that now into the ABCAS system to continually improve, right? So we know what the DNA, we literally go back and see the data. You need to collect data first, right? We go back and see which one is winning here. Why is it winning? And then we use that DNA and then we hard code it into into our prompt engineering because we're using AI to assist all of this, right? And we hard code that. And so when we create titles, we create descriptions, all of that is hard coded and it will continue to increase. You can't, if you try to chase us, you're going to literally fail because this is engineered completely into the process as opposed to trying to figure out all the piece by piece, right? So that's what we mean by free traffic system. And the more, the more people engage your content, the more Google and the almighty gods of the internet, the more they share it because that's how they get money. More, so if you help them get more visibility to the assets to help advertisers get more money, you get more money. Okay, if you get them get paid, you get paid. It's as simple as that. I know I said simple, but I said a lot, right? If you don't understand everything I've just said, it simply means you haven't go to the homepage. You can download the book. I broke it down into pieces with a ton of stories, 20 years worth of stories here, and you can understand it. It's more relatable, right? And you can get it at digitalmarketingcertified.com. So we're able to use that to increase. So we look at what's winning. We diversify. We look at what's winning. We double down on what's winning. Same formula in any business since the beginning of mankind. The only difference is that now it's AI assisted. Make sense? All right. So, and I'm going to tell you like that. When I woke up today, I was feeling a little quite funky. Okay. And you have to be careful with that. And this is why people quit, right? I was feeling quite funky. By the time I was done with the 3-hour sprint that I had today, business sprint, that is, right? I was excited again. Just looking at this number, it's so exciting. Only 58 days in, we are literally retraining a legacy channel, and YouTube is recognizing it for something else already, in addition to generating better quality, much more profitable customers. Okay, I don't know why I'm looking over there. This is the camera. I have another camera over there. Does that make sense? So on another day, we'll talk. I will continue to bring some more stuff here so you can learn what is actually making this work. But again, you don't have to learn all the species. Again, if you're looking for me to help you with your business, just simply go to digitalmarketingcertified.com and you'll be able to get the book for free. You can also book a discovery diagnostic session with me to see if our system can fit into your business. In my opinion, if you have a business that's already generating money and you're just looking to get more customers and more clients, then you're probably the right candidate. But I wouldn't spend thousands of dollars trying to figure that out. Go to the diagnostic session and book one session with me. It will cost you a little bit, but book that session. But the book is free. The content is free. Everything I'm sharing you the ups and downs here. I want to make sure that you're seeing what this look like in real life. Okay. I was going to show you. Google is trying to make life easier for you, but you have to know what you're looking at. Okay. You have to know what you're looking at. So, but there you have it. That's AI marketing for you. And we're going to keep talking about this. You want to build a free traffic system? Just make sure you understand what free traffic system means. It just means you know how to optimize your cost. That's what it means. The goal is to be able to afford marketing your business. The goal is not to spend no money, because if the goal is to not spend any money, all you have to do is stop, and then you won, and then you can go back home. But clearly, the goal is to generate more profits. Okay, to generate more customers, more clients, and generate more profit. All right. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. I'll be back again here. We're going to continue this journey, so make sure you're not missing out. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you engage all those buttons, the likelihood of you getting notified when I drop videos increases dramatically. Okay, and I will say go to the homepage of this channel, Digital Marketing Certified, and watch the first 3 videos that you see. That video is going to change your business immediately. All right, take care. God bless. Bye now.